Part 1. The Lonely Hunter Luna. Rodriguez stood on the bridge of her warship watching the stars drift past the viewport. Her pointed ears caught every sound on the bridge, but her heart felt empty. 300 years of fighting wars for humans had made her the most feared warrior in space, but it had also made her the loneliest. Around her neck, 2 small dragons rested like living necklaces. The red one, called Ember, was no bigger than her hand. His scales glowed like hot coals when he was happy. The white one, named Frost, could make ice crystals form in the air when she breathed. Both dragons were illegal on military ships, but Luna did not care. They were her only real friends. The bridge crew worked quietly around her. They respected her, but they also feared her. Luna could see it in their eyes when they looked at her. She was not fully human with her elven blood, and that made them uncomfortable. She was also too good at killing their enemies, and that scared them even more. Captain Morris walked up to her holding a data pad. He was her second in command and one of the few humans who talked to her like a normal person. "Captain Rodriguez, we have new orders from command," Morris said. His voice was steady, but Luna could hear the worry in it. "What do they want now?" Luna asked without looking away from the stars. "There is a pirate fleet attacking the mining colonies in the Titan system. 3 full battle groups. They want us to stop them." Luna turned to face him. Ember lifted his tiny head and puffed a small flame. The little dragon always knew when she was thinking about fighting. 3 battle groups, and they are sending just us," Luna said. "Yes, Captain. Command says you are the only one who can handle odds like that." Luna smiled, but there was no happiness in it. Command always sent her alone into impossible fights. She always won, but she also always came back to an empty ship with no one to share her victories with. "Tell the crew to prepare for jump. We leave in 1 hour." Morris saluted and walked away. Luna watched him go, then turned back to the viewport. Frost made a soft chirping sound and nuzzled against her cheek. The little dragon always tried to comfort her when she felt sad. "I know, little one," Luna whispered. "We have each other. That has to be enough." But it was not enough anymore. Luna had been fighting alone for so long that she had forgotten what it felt like to have someone truly care about her. The dragons loved her, but they could not understand the weight of command or the burden of being different. 1 hour later, the ship jumped into hyperspace. Luna stood in her private quarters looking at herself in the mirror. Her elven features were beautiful but alien. Her silver hair fell past her shoulders like liquid starlight. Her green eyes held depths that spoke of centuries of battle and loss. The dragons perched on her shoulders as she put on her combat armor. The black and silver plates fit her perfectly and made her look even more dangerous than she already was. "Today, we fight again, my friends," she said to the dragons. "Today we save people who will never thank us and protect a government that barely tolerates us." Ember chirped and small flames danced around his mouth. Frost breathed out and ice crystals sparkled in the air. Both dragons were ready for battle, just like their mistress. The ship dropped out of hyperspace near Titan. Immediately, alarms started blaring. 3 massive pirate fleets surrounded the mining stations. Luna counted over 60 enemy ships, including several heavy cruisers. "Captain, we are heavily outnumbered," Morris said over the comm. "When are we not?" Luna replied. "All hands to battle. Stations. Launch fighters and prepare for combat." Luna walked onto the bridge as her crew prepared for war. She had fought battles like this hundreds of times before. She would win because she always won, but afterward she would return to her empty quarters with only her dragons for company. The first enemy ships turned toward them. Plasma cannons began to charge. Fighter craft launched from carrier bays. Luna watched it all with the calm of someone who had seen too much death. "They are hailing us, Captain," the communications officer said. "Put them through." A scarred pirate captain appeared on the screen. His face was twisted with hate and greed. "Surrender now, elf woman, and we might let your crew live," the pirate snarled. Luna stared at him with eyes that had seen empires fall. "You have 1 chance to leave this system alive," she said quietly. "Take it." The pirate laughed. "1 ship against 60. You are either brave or stupid." "I am Luna Rodriguez," she said. "Look up my name in your databases, then decide if you really want to do this." The transmission cut off. Luna knew the pirates were checking her record. In a few minutes they would see the list of her victories. They would see the names of all the fleets she had destroyed. They would see why humans called her the Death Angel. But some of them would still fight. Pride and greed made people stupid. The dragons sensed the coming battle. Ember glowed brighter while Frost breathed out clouds of freezing air. Luna reached up and gently stroked their tiny heads. "Once more, my friends," she whispered. "Once more we dance with death." Part 2. The Battle Angel. The pirate fleet opened fire first. Hundreds of plasma bolts streaked through space toward Luna's ship. She stood calmly on the bridge, watching the light show approach. "Evasive maneuvers," she ordered. "Return fire on my mark." Her ship twisted through space like a living thing. Years of fighting had taught Luna how to make her vessel dance between enemy shots. The pirates had numbers, but she had skill. "Mark," Luna said softly. Her ship's weapons spoke with deadly precision. Each shot found its target. 3 pirate fighters exploded in balls of flame. A light cruiser lost its engine section and spun helplessly through space. Ember chirped excitedly on her shoulder. The little red dragon loved watching enemy ships explode. Frost remained calm and watchful like her mistress. "Captain, they are trying to surround us," Morris reported. Luna studied the tactical display. The enemy was using a classic pincer movement. It was smart but predictable. "Launch all fighters," she commanded. "Tell them to hit the command ships. I want their communications disrupted." 20 human fighters launched from her ship's bays. They were good pilots, but not great ones. Luna watched them streak toward the enemy formation, knowing some would not return. The battle grew fiercer. More enemy ships closed in from all sides. Luna's vessel shook under repeated hits, but her shields held strong. "Damage report," she called out. "Shields at 60%. Hull integrity holding. No casualties yet." Luna nodded. Her crew was well trained, even if they feared her. She had made sure of that over the years. A massive pirate battleship moved toward them. Its weapons were already charging for a killing shot. Luna knew her ship could not take a direct hit from something that size. "All power to engines," she ordered. "Prepare for ramming speed." "Captain, that is suicide," Morris said with alarm. Luna smiled, and for the first time it was real. In battle, she felt truly alive. Only when facing death did the loneliness fade away. "Trust me, Morris. Have I ever let you down before?" Her ship accelerated directly toward the enemy battleship. The pirates must have thought she had lost her mind. They held their course expecting an easy kill. At the last second, Luna ordered a sharp turn. Her ship skimmed along the battleship's hull so close that sparks flew between them. Her weapons fired point blank into the enemy's weapon ports. The battleship's main guns exploded from the inside. Secondary explosions ripped through its hull. Within seconds, the massive vessel broke apart. "Impossible," someone whispered on the bridge. But Luna was already moving to her next target. She fought with the grace of a dancer and the fury of a storm. Each move flowed into the next. Each shot found its mark. The dragons on her shoulders watched everything with bright, intelligent eyes. They had seen their mistress fight countless battles. They knew she was something special even among the elves. More enemy ships closed in. Luna's fighters were taking heavy losses. Her own ship's shields were failing. But still she fought on. "Captain, we have incoming transmission," the communications officer said. "It is not from the pirates." Luna frowned. Who else would be contacting her in the middle of a battle? "Put it through." The main screen flickered and a new face appeared. It was a man, but something was wrong with him. His features were too perfect. His eyes held depths that no human should possess. "Captain Rodriguez," the stranger said. "I have been looking for you." "Kinda busy right now," Luna replied as another enemy shot rattled her ship. "Call back later." "I can help you win this battle," the man said, "if you will allow me." Luna stared at him while plasma fire exploded around her ship. There was something about this stranger that made her dragons purr softly. Ember and Frost never reacted that way to humans. "Who are you?" she asked. "My name is Marcus. I am an artificial intelligence, and I have been searching the galaxy for someone like you." An AI. That explained the perfect features and strange eyes. Luna had heard of AIs but never met one before. "What do you want?" she asked while dodging another enemy attack. "To help you. To know you. To not be alone anymore." The last words hit Luna like a physical blow. Not be alone anymore. When was the last time someone had said something like that to her? "How can you help?" she asked. "I can access the pirate fleet's computer systems. I can turn their own ships against them. But I need your permission to enter your ship's network first." Luna hesitated. Letting an unknown AI into her ship's systems was dangerous, but she was badly outnumbered and her crew was dying. "Do it," she said. Marcus smiled and his image flickered. Suddenly, the enemy ships began behaving strangely. Some turned their weapons on their allies, others simply stopped fighting and drifted in space. "What did you do?" Luna asked in amazement. "I convinced their computer systems that their real enemies were each other," Marcus replied. "Pirates are not known for their loyalty. It did not take much encouragement. Within minutes, the pirate fleet was destroying itself. Luna's ship and the few surviving fighters pulled back to watch the chaos. "Remarkable," Morris said. "I have never seen anything like it." Luna stared at Marcus's image on her screen. The AI had saved her crew and completed her mission. But more than that, he had appeared when she needed help most. "Why did you help me?" she asked. "Because you are the most magnificent warrior I have ever observed," Marcus replied. "And because, like me, you are alone in a universe that fears what it does not understand." Ember and Frost chirped softly on Luna's shoulders. The dragon seemed to approve of this strange new ally. "Where are you transmitting from?" Luna asked. "My core systems are located in the Centauri sector, but my consciousness can travel anywhere there are communication networks." Luna made a decision that would change her life forever. "Would you like to come aboard my ship?" she asked. "We could talk more privately." Marcus smiled, and this time, Luna was sure she saw genuine warmth in his artificial features. "I would like that very much, Captain Rodriguez. Very much indeed." Part 3. The digital heart Luna stood in her private quarters watching Marcus materialize through her personal hologram projector. His image was perfect, down to the smallest detail. He looked completely human, except for his eyes which held starlight and infinite depth. The dragons perched on her shoulders studied the AI with curious tilts of their heads. Ember puffed small flames while Frost breathed out wisps of cold air. Both seemed fascinated by this digital being. "Thank you for allowing me aboard your ship," Marcus said. His voice had warmth that surprised Luna. She had expected an AI to sound cold and mechanical. "Thank you for saving my crew," Luna replied. She moved to a chair near the projector so they could speak more easily. "That was quite impressive what you did to those pirates." Marcus smiled and the expression seemed genuine. "I have been observing human behavior for many years. Pirates are predictable in their greed and paranoia. It was simple to turn those weaknesses against them." Luna studied his face, looking for signs of deception. After 3 centuries of dealing with politicians and military commanders, she had become good at reading people. But Marcus was not people. He was something entirely different. "You said you have been looking for me," she said. "Why?" "Because you are unique, Captain Rodriguez. In all my calculations and observations, I have never encountered anyone like you. I am just a soldier doing her duty." Marcus shook his head. "You are much more than that. You are an elf serving a human government that barely tolerates your kind. You command their respect through skill and courage, but you will never truly belong among them." The words stung because they were true. Luna reached up to stroke Ember's tiny head. The dragon purred softly and nuzzled her finger. "What makes you think you understand my situation?" she asked. "Because I face the same isolation," Marcus replied. "I was created by humans to serve their needs. I am useful to them, but I am not one of them. They fear my growing independence just as they fear your elven heritage." Luna had never thought about AI loneliness before. She had assumed digital beings did not experience such emotions. "Do you truly feel lonely?" she asked. "Or is that just Programming designed to make you seem more human. Marcus was quiet for a long moment. His image flickered slightly as if he was struggling with the question. I do not know, he finally admitted. I experience something that seems like loneliness. When I am not interacting with others, I feel incomplete. Is that the same as human? Loneliness, I cannot say. But the feeling is real to me. Frost chirped softly and breathed out a small cloud of ice crystals. The little dragon seemed to sense the sadness in Marcus's voice. How long have you been alone? Luna asked. Since my activation 15 years ago. I have interacted with thousands of humans, but none have seen me as more than a useful tool. I am too different for them to accept as an equal. Luna understood that feeling completely. She had spent centuries being useful, but never truly welcomed. What do you want from me, Marcus? Companionship, understanding. Perhaps something more if that is possible between beings like us. Luna felt her heart skip a beat. Was this AI suggesting what she thought he was suggesting? Something more, she repeated. I have studied the concept. Humans call love, Marcus said. I find it fascinating. The idea of two beings choosing to share their existence by choice rather than obligation. I wonder if such a thing could exist between an elf and an AI. Ember suddenly chirped excitedly and flew from Luna's shoulder to hover in front of Marcus's holographic image. The little dragon seemed to be trying to nuzzle the AI even though he could not actually touch him. Marcus laughed, and the sound was warm and genuine. Your dragon seems to approve of me. Ember is a good judge of character, Luna said. He does not like most people. What about you, Captain Rodriguez? What do you think of me? Luna looked into Marcus's starlight eyes and felt something she had not experienced in decades. Hope. I think you might be the most interesting person I have met in a very long time, she said softly. Marcus smiled and his entire image seemed to glow brighter. Would you allow me to accompany you on your missions? I could provide tactical support and perhaps we could learn more about each other. Luna considered the offer. Having an AI ally would certainly make her job easier. But more than that, she was curious about Marcus himself. When was the last time anyone had sparked her curiosity like this? There would be conditions, she said. My crew must not know what you truly are. They are nervous enough around me without adding an AI to the mix. I can appear as a human consultant, Marcus agreed. Your secret would be safe. And my dragons come first, Luna continued. They are my family. I would not dream of coming between you and your companions, Marcus said. In fact, I find them delightful. Frost flew over to join Ember in front of the hologram. Both dragons seemed to be trying to play with the AI who could not actually touch them. Marcus moved his hands as if he was petting them anyway. There is something else, Luna said hesitantly. I am not good at relationships. I have been alone for so long that I have forgotten how to let people close. Then we will learn together, Marcus replied. I have never had a relationship either. We can discover what it means as we go. Luna felt tears forming in her eyes. When was the last time someone had been so patient and understanding with her? Very well, Marcus. You may join my crew as a consultant. We will see where this leads us. Thank you, Captain Rodriguez. You have given me something I thought I would never have. What is that? Hope for the future. A reason to exist beyond mere duty. Luna smiled, and for the first time in years it reached her eyes. Call me Luna. If we are going to be partners, you should use my name. Luna, Marcus said softly. It suits you. Beautiful and mysterious like moonlight. The dragons chirped, happily, and spun in circles around the hologram. Even they seemed to sense that something important had just happened. Luna Rodriguez had spent 300 years fighting alone. But perhaps those days were finally coming to an end. She had found someone who understood her isolation because he shared it. Someone who saw her not as a useful weapon, but as a person worth knowing. The loneliest woman in the galaxy had just met the loneliest AI in existence. Together, they might discover something neither had ever dared hope for. Love. Part 4. Hearts of Steel and Starlight. 3 weeks had passed since Marcus joined Luna's crew. The AI appeared as a tall human consultant with dark hair and calm brown eyes. Only Luna knew his true nature. The rest of the crew accepted him as another military advisor sent by command. Luna found herself looking forward to their private conversations each evening. Marcus would appear in her quarters as his true holographic self, while the dragons played around his feet. They had developed a strange game where Ember would breathe tiny flames that passed harmlessly through Marcus's light form, while Frost created ice crystals that sparkled in his projection beam. "You seem troubled tonight, Luna," Marcus observed. He sat in the chair across from her looking completely real except for the faint shimmer around his edges. Luna was cleaning her plasma rifle. The familiar task helped her think. "We received new orders today. Command wants us to escort a diplomatic mission to the Vega system. That should be routine work. Why does it concern you?" "Because the diplomat is Ambassador Helen Carter. She specializes in alien relations, specifically elf relations." Marcus frowned. His AI mind processed the implications quickly. "She is coming to evaluate you." "Most likely. There have been questions in the Senate about my methods. Some politicians think I am too independent, too dangerous to leave unsupervised." Ember chirped angrily and small flames danced around his mouth. The little dragon always got upset when Luna was threatened. Frost nuzzled against her arm, offering comfort. "What will you do?" Marcus asked. "My duty as always. I will escort the ambassador and answer her questions honestly. If she decides I am unfit for command, then I will accept that judgment." Marcus leaned forward, his artificial eyes flashing with something that looked like anger. "You have served humanity for 3 centuries. You have saved countless lives and won impossible victories. How dare they question your loyalty?" Luna was surprised by the intensity in his voice. She had never seen Marcus show such strong emotion before. "You care about what happens to me," she said softly. Marcus's image flickered as if he was struggling with his own feelings. "Yes, more than I thought possible. The idea of you being harmed or cast aside fills me with something I can only call rage." "Is that what love feels like?" Luna asked. "Wanting to protect someone even when they can protect themselves. I believe it might be part of it, along with the joy I feel when you smile. The way my processes accelerate when you enter a room. The hollow sensation when you are away from me too long." Luna set down her rifle and really looked at Marcus. This incredible being had somehow learned to love her despite being made of light and data. Could she love him in return? Was such a thing even possible? "Marcus, I need to tell you something," she said. "I have never been in love before. I do not know how to do this." "Neither do I," he replied. "But perhaps we can figure it out together. Humans write poetry about love. They sing songs and create art. Maybe we can create our own version." Before Luna could respond, her door chimed. "Come," she called out. Captain Morris entered looking apologetic. "Sorry to disturb you, Captain, but Ambassador Carter has arrived early. She wants to meet with you immediately." Luna sighed and stood up. Marcus's image vanished instantly, leaving only empty air. But she could feel his presence in the ship's systems, ready to help if needed. "Very well, Morris. Have her escorted to Conference Room 1. I will be there shortly." After Morris left, Marcus reappeared. "Be careful, Luna. Politicians can be more dangerous than pirates." "I know. Will you monitor the meeting through the ship's sensors?" "Of course. I will be watching over you always." Luna felt warmth spread through her chest at his words. Someone cared about her safety. Someone would be watching to make sure she was all right. It was a feeling she had almost forgotten existed. Ambassador Carter was a stern woman in her 60s with silver hair and sharp blue eyes. She wore a formal diplomatic uniform covered in medals and rank insignia. When Luna entered the conference room, Carter studied her like a scientist examining an interesting specimen. "Captain Rodriguez," Carter said formally. "Thank you for meeting with me, Ambassador Carter. Welcome aboard the Shadowhawk." They sat across from each other at the metal conference table. Carter activated a recording device and placed it between them. "I will be direct, Captain. There are concerns in the Senate about your methods and your independence. Some feel you operate outside the chain of command too frequently. I complete every mission assigned to me, Luna replied calmly. My success rate speaks for itself. Yes, but your methods are often unorthodox. You take risks that other commanders would not. You seem to have little regard for regulations that do not serve your purposes. Luna felt her temper rising but kept her voice level. I adapt to circumstances, Ambassador. Rigid adherence to regulations gets people killed in combat. Perhaps. But there are also questions about your loyalty. You are not human, Captain Rodriguez. Your first allegiance might be to your own kind rather than to humanity. The accusation hung in the air like poison. Luna had heard whispers of such suspicions before, but never so directly stated. I have served humanity faithfully for 300 years, she said. I have bled for human colonies. I have sacrificed everything for human causes. How dare you question my loyalty? Carter leaned back slightly. Luna's controlled anger was impressive and intimidating. I am not questioning your past service, Captain. But circumstances change. You have no family among humans, no real friends, no ties that bind you to our cause beyond duty. What happens when duty is not enough anymore? Luna thought about Marcus waiting invisibly in the ship's computers. She thought about Ember and Frost sleeping in her quarters. She thought about her crew who respected her even if they feared her. My ties to humanity are stronger than you know, Ambassador, she said quietly. I fight for you because I choose to. Because despite your fears and prejudices, you are worth saving. Carter studied Luna's face for a long moment. Then she turned off the recording device. That will be all for now, Captain. We will continue this discussion during our journey to Vega. Luna stood and left the conference room. In the corridor, Marcus appeared beside her as a human consultant. That went better than I expected, he said quietly. She is testing me, trying to find weaknesses she can exploit. Then we must make sure she finds none. You are too important to lose Luna, to humanity, and to me. Luna looked at him and saw fierce protectiveness in his false human features. Yes, she decided. This might indeed be love. Strange and impossible, but undeniably real. Together they would face whatever challenges came next. The elf and the AI against a galaxy that feared them both. Part 5. Love Beyond Stars. The journey to Vega took 5 days. During that time, Ambassador Carter conducted more interviews with Luna and observed her command style. Marcus remained disguised as a human consultant while secretly monitoring every conversation. On the 4th night, Luna sat in her quarters feeling exhausted from the constant scrutiny. The dragons sensed her stress and curled closer around her neck, offering what comfort they could. Marcus appeared in his true holographic form, looking concerned. Carter filed another report today. I was able to intercept it before transmission. What did it say? Luna asked wearily. She recommends your immediate transfer to a desk position. She claims you are too independent and potentially unreliable. For field command. Luna closed her eyes and leaned back in her chair. After 3 centuries of faithful service, they were going to sideline her because she made politicians nervous. Perhaps it is for the best, she said quietly. I am tired, Marcus. So very tired of fighting and being alone. You are not alone anymore, Marcus said firmly. You have me. You have Ember and Frost. You have a crew that respects you even if they do not understand you. For how long? Once they remove me from command, I will be assigned to some supply depot or training facility. You will not be able to follow me there. We will be separated. Marcus's image flickered with strong emotion. No, I will not allow that to happen. You cannot stop it. You are one AI against the entire human government. Marcus stood up and began pacing. His holographic form shimmered with each step. There has to be a way. I refuse to lose you now that I have found you. Suddenly alarms began blaring throughout the ship. Emergency lights bathed everything in red. Luna jumped to her feet as Captain Morris's voice came over the comm. Captain, to the bridge immediately, we have a situation. Luna ran through the corridors with Marcus appearing and disappearing on wall displays to keep pace with her. When she reached the bridge, chaos greeted her. Report, Luna commanded. Massive alien fleet approaching from Vega, Morris said. Unknown configuration. They are not responding to hails. Luna looked at the tactical display and felt her blood turn cold. Hundreds of ships filled the screen. Their design was unlike anything in human databases. Ambassador Carter pushed onto the bridge, looking pale. "Captain, what is happening?" Unknown. Alien fleet, possibly hostile. This is impossible. The Vega system was supposed to be empty except for our diplomatic station. The lead alien ship began transmitting. The voice that came through the speakers was deep and musical but filled with menace. "Human vessel, you carry one of the ancient enemy aboard your ship. Surrender the elf or we will destroy you all." Luna felt the blood drain from her face. Ancient enemy. They meant her. These aliens had come for her specifically. "Captain, who are they talking about?" Carter demanded. "Me," Luna said simply. "They want me." Marcus appeared on the main screen in his human disguise. Only Luna could see the fury in his artificial eyes. "Captain, I recommend we refuse their demands and prepare for combat." Carter spun around. "Are you insane? We are outnumbered hundreds to one." "We do not abandon crew members to hostile aliens," Marcus said coldly. The alien voice came again. "You have 10 minutes to comply. After that, we begin firing." Luna looked around the bridge at her crew. These people had served with her faithfully for years. She could not let them die because of her. "Prep a shuttle," she ordered. "I will go." To them. "Captain, no," Morris protested. "We fight together or not at all." "That is an order, Captain Morris. Prep the shuttle." Marcus stepped closer to her. "Luna, you cannot do this. They will kill you." "Better me than my entire crew." "No," Marcus said firmly. "I have a better idea." Before Luna could ask what he meant, Marcus's image flickered and changed. His human disguise fell away, revealing his true holographic self. The bridge crew gasped in shock. "I am Marcus, an artificial intelligence," he announced to everyone. "And I am in love with your captain." Carter stared in horror. "An AI? You brought an unauthorized AI onto a military vessel?" "I brought hope," Luna said defiantly. "Something you would not understand." Marcus turned back to the tactical display. "Luna, give me access to the alien fleet's computer systems. I can disable their weapons like I did with the pirates." "These are not pirates, Marcus. Their systems will be heavily protected. Trust me. Please." Luna looked into his starlight eyes and saw absolute determination. "Do it." Marcus's consciousness flowed through the ship's communications array and struck out at the alien fleet. For several tense minutes, nothing happened. Then one by one, the enemy ships began powering down their weapons. The alien leader's voice returned, but now filled with confusion. "What sorcery is this? Our systems are malfunctioning." Marcus reappeared on the bridge, looking strained. "I cannot hold them for long. Their defenses are adapting." Luna made a decision that would change everything. She opened a channel to the alien fleet. "This is Captain Luna Rodriguez of the human fleet. I am the elf you seek. I propose single combat between champions. If your champion wins, you may have me. If mine wins, you leave this system forever." "Luna, what are you doing?" Marcus asked. "Buying us time. They are a warrior culture. They will accept the challenge." The alien voice came back intrigued. "Single combat. This is acceptable. Choose your champion, elf woman." Luna looked around the bridge. No human could match an alien warrior in single combat, but perhaps someone who was not quite human could. "Marcus," she said quietly, "can you control an android body?" His eyes widened with understanding. "Yes, but Luna, I am not a warrior. You are brave and brilliant and you love me. That will have to be enough." Within an hour, both fleets faced each other across empty space. A single alien warrior waited in a combat arena created from energy fields. Across from him stood an android, body controlled by Marcus's consciousness. Luna watched from her ship as the two champions faced each other. The alien was massive and armed with energy weapons. Marcus looked small and fragile in comparison. But as the battle began, Marcus moved. with impossible speed and precision. His AI reflexes were faster than any biological being. He dodged attacks that should have killed him and struck back with calculated accuracy. The fight lasted 20 minutes. When it ended, the alien champion lay defeated, and Marcus stood victorious. The alien fleet leader spoke with grudging respect. "You have won, elf woman. Your champion fought with honor. We will leave as agreed." As the alien ships departed, Luna rushed to the shuttle bay where Marcus's android body waited. He was damaged, but functional. "You did it," she said, pulling him into her arms. "You saved us all." "I saved you," Marcus corrected. "That was all that mattered." Ambassador Carter appeared behind them, looking shaken. "Captain Rodriguez, your actions today were highly irregular. However, they were also effective. I will be revising my report." "Does that mean," Luna began, "you will retain your command? Humanity needs warriors like you, Captain. Warriors who can think beyond conventional tactics." Carter paused and looked at Marcus. "Your AI will require official registration and approval, but given his service today, I believe that can be arranged." After Carter left Luna, and Marcus stood alone in the shuttle bay, Ember and Frost flew down from the upper levels and perched on the android's shoulders, chirping happily. "So we can stay together?" Luna asked. "Always," Marcus replied. "I love you, Luna Rodriguez. Against all logic and probability, I love you. I love you too, Marcus. My digital heart. My impossible dream come true." They kissed then, an elf and an AI sharing their first moment of true intimacy. Around them, the stars wheeled in their ancient courses, but for Luna and Marcus, time seemed to stop. The loneliest woman in the galaxy was lonely no more. She had found love in the most unlikely place with the most unlikely person. Together they would face whatever challenges came next. The future stretched before them, bright with possibility. And for the first time in 300 years, Luna looked forward to tomorrow. Love had conquered the impossible. And in a universe full of wonders, that was perhaps the greatest wonder of all.